Hello, so hopefully you've received my email inviting you to sign up to Zoom. In light of the current circumstances, I'm offering, I offered them before, but I'm highlighting that I can also do lessons by FaceTime, Skype and Zoom. I'm happy to use whichever you're most comfortable with, but I am promoting using Zoom because the connection seems to be better than FaceTime and Skype. FaceTime and Skype, we can lose connection or it gets a bit jumpy. And the internet around Swaddling Coat in general doesn't seem to be very good. So hopefully this is the best method for us to use. Also, Zoom has some quite good sharing functions as well. So I'd like to show you how that works. So when you get the invitation to join Zoom, if you add me as a contact in it, and then when we start the meeting, either I'll call you or you call me, doesn't really matter, and I'll connect my phone as a person in the meeting as well. So then you can see my piano in the call, which I'll show you in a moment. The thing to make sure to do when you set up the call, I've found, is to enable the video and enable the audio. And you also need to place the device that you're using somewhere so that I get a good view of you. So placing the device, I'd like it if you could place it in the same way that I've placed mine. So side view on from the piano, so I can see how you're sitting at the piano and I can see your hands on the keys. I don't necessarily need a top-down view of the keys because I can get a good idea of what you're playing from the sound and what I can see from the side. A bit like in face-to-face lessons, I can see enough from when I'm sat next to you a lot of the time. If I need you to adjust it, then I'll let you know, but it's so I can see your posture at the piano, and it's easier if I can see you as well, really, for talking to you. So enabling the video, it depends what kind of device you're using. If you're using a tablet or a phone, then if you press the screen, then some buttons appear along the top of the screen, and it's towards the top right you'll see share video, and I think there's a mute button next to that as well. You'll also see share content. You may not need to use that one. I'll probably use that more, but you're more than welcome to share content with me, and I'll explain how that works and demonstrate that in a moment. If you're using a laptop, I imagine you may not be using a desktop computer because it would need to be next to your piano. But if you're using a laptop, the option to share video is towards the bottom left of the screen. You can also record the call if you're doing it from a laptop, but you would need to be the host of the call. So you would need to call me rather than me call you. So that's a bit of getting it set up. We might find we have some teething issues to begin with, but hopefully we'll get used to using it the more we do it. So I'll show you some of the sharing functions. So I'm using 3 devices, one to record this, one to film my face, and one to film the piano. So if I show you the camera for the piano, on your screen you can select which video you use, and you'll see thumbnails of the different videos, or you can switch to gallery view where you can see all of the screens. But I've just changed to the view of the piano, and I've tried to set it up so you can see enough of the keys, although I'll probably do with tilting it slightly. There we go. So there we go. So hopefully you can see enough of the piano for whatever we're playing, and I can demonstrate where necessary. And another thing that I can do is I can share content. So there's a whiteboard option. So here you can see my whiteboard, and I can draw notes in a fashion. Not as good as a real whiteboard, but it may be helpful at times. And if I stop sharing that, oops, stop video, there we go, stop sharing that. And then whatever you're learning, I can save that to my Google Drive and then open it on here. There we go, we get up some Mozart variations, there we go. And I can zoom in, I can use a pointer to point to parts of the music as we're talking. So I can go la 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 da 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 da. So that might be useful. I can also draw on it in different colours. I can highlight like this and clear it as well. And I can play through it while you're looking at the music as well. So, yeah, so if I stop sharing that and then you can see me again. There we go. So yeah, it's quite different from FaceTime and Skype. It's more of a video conferencing app. So hopefully that's persuaded you to give it a try. And there we go. So because I'm using different devices, which I'll only be using my iPad and the phone in a lesson with you, but I'm recording it through Will's laptop. And I'm forgetting to switch the cameras. There we go. So if I double click back on me, so that's what you would need to do to see my face rather than the piano. Then yeah, you can choose whether you view me or the piano keys. Demonstrate. There we go. So if I can remember the Mozart. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty good. So we'll give it a, if you're up for giving it a try, that's brilliant. But equally, if you think, no, I'll stick with FaceTime and or Skype, that's fine too. But it's just a way of staying safe, really, at the moment. I mean, another thing that it'd be useful for is if after this you're ill in a different way, but you feel well enough to have the lesson still, or there's difficulties getting here, so there's road closures or road works or whatever, that might be helpful as well at times. Obviously, it's never going to be as good as a face-to-face lesson, but it seems pretty close to it with this app. Okay, any questions? Let me know.